I'm Holly Holden, and I'm joined today by my darling daughter-in-law, Karen Holden. Our question for you today is, how do you add a touch of whimsy to a very formal classic interior? We have the answer for you. It has to do with needlepoint pillows.
Holly loves needlepointing so much, she actually included it in her first book. Needlepoint pillows are a staple in classic old school interiors. Preferably, they're handmade by a family member so that each pillow is one of a kind.
They can be elegant and graceful. They can also add a touch of whimsy, humor,
or a little bit of sass.
So we find them amusing, and we wanted to introduce you to all different aspects of needlepointing.
Today we'd like to introduce you to a dear friend of ours, Jessica.
Jessica started a needlepoint canvas design company, lysetdesigns.com. She is such an expert in needlepointing. In fact, she has a blog that explains every aspect of needlepointing you could ever imagine.
She learned from the best. It started with her great-grandmother, her grandmother, her mom, and now Jessica.
And she's carried on the tradition, but what Jessica excels at and what she offers are handmade, custom colored canvases to make your own needlepoint pillows, which are absolutely, her creations are just...
They're gorgeous. And we are excited because we're going to have Jessica here with us at Fox Hall, and we'll introduce you to her and some of her canvases that she's going to bring along with us. But today, we'd like to just share a few of our favorite needlepoints.
I'm just going to start with this Needlepoint Chair, which we bought years ago at auction, and it sits in a corner at Fox Hall, but I think it adds a lovely dimension. The seat itself is canvas that's been needlepointed, and it's quite a tradition to have dining room chairs that are needlepointed with a canvas. A lot of work, I must say. And this is my very first needlepoint creation, so don't look at all the flaws in it, but it has a good memory for me. I made this when I was expecting my first child, Alexandra, and I found out I have this very addictive quality that I could not stop needlepointing. I'd needlepoint through the night until it was finally finished, so that was my last endeavor. But fortunately, we have a mother-in-law and a sister-in-law that needlepoints superbly for the family. We've been terribly spoiled by that.
Holly's mother-in-law, which we call Nanner as her grandchildren, did this awesome backgammon set, and we love backgammon in the Holden household. And this is beautiful. This has the hound and the fox, and Holly had it made into a backgammon board.
With glass on top, so if wine spills, you're all set. But that board gets used a lot here at Fox Hall.
Absolutely.
And another aspect about needlepoint pillows that I find so enchanting is that each one tells a little story. For instance, this particular one belonged to my mother. It was her eyeglass case, and she carried it forever. But I decided to have a pillow made out of it. Instead of making just a tiny pillow with just the canvas, I had it inset in some silk and added a 1-inch cut fringe. So this brings back a sweet memory, and we have that in the living room.
I love it. Another story, your mother-in-law, and she made this eyeglass case for you because Holly loves foxes. And after Holly's eyeglass case had become worn and a little faded, she decided to take some gorgeous velvet, of course, and make it into a pillow.
Gorgeous velvet that is now faded and well loved, and it continues to be. It reminds me of the Velveteen Rabbit. It's just another staple in our living room. But we also have a very special person that needlepoints for all of us in our family. We're so fortunate.
Aunt Jessie.
Aunt Jessie makes needlepoint pillows for everyone in the family, and she also makes needlepoint belts. This is another application for needlepoint canvases. This was a lovely needlepoint belt that she made for me with little Jack Russell Terriers, which I love, reminds me of my Miss Lily, but the belt no longer fits me. So I had the belt inset into some silk and made 2 kidney pillows, and there's the belt.
What is even more magnificent about this, she customizes the belt. It wasn't like this was just on a canvas and she chose it. She went and chose each dog in each color. It just makes it even more special. A more recent belt that she made for my father-in-law was all these lobsters from New England. And she also made one for our wedding for my Stuart. It was pretty much a timeline, and it's beautiful. Another conversation piece.
And that's what I think Lysette Designs does. She has conversation piece canvases that she's created that are just elegant and just add so much interest wherever they're placed. We look forward to introducing you to Jessica in the near future and to other needlepoint creations. We also hope that you will subscribe to our channel, Holly Holden, on YouTube.